We welcome you here to Talladega Super Speedway. We've been singing some Leonard Skinner, we've been singing some Eric Church, but now we get ready to go racing. It is time for the Geico 266 here at Talladega Super Speedway. We're excited to have you here tonight on BRN for some Slide Job Racing League action at the high-speed, high banks of this Northern Alabama racetrack. Of course, hallowed grounds here at Talladega, the largest racetrack on the circuit in terms of an oval. We're excited to see how things shake out, how things play out, and who is able to take home the checkered flag tonight, and who will take home the glory of winning at Talladega. Everybody wants to win here, and everybody has a shot to win here. If you start this race, you got a chance to win it. We'll see who comes away with the win tonight. So, Dustin out on the call, as always, as we are in qualifying right now. Just about 2 minutes to go in qualifying. Reason I didn't have any practice coverage because, well, let me be real with you here. It's a super speedway. We are racing at a track that is very much dependent on how you run in the draft or how you run with other people. It's not really a matter of how you qualify. It's a matter of where you're at on the final 10 laps more than it is where you're at in the first 10 laps. So because of that, practice doesn't really matter. Qualifying really doesn't even matter for the most part. You can start up front and finish dead last. You can start dead last and finish in the lead. Qualifying is just a single car run, so I don't really feel a need to super cover it, but just for you right now, for 1 minute and 33 left to go in qualifying, Madeline Roten, Justin Rott, Bryson Bird, Owen Chybinski, Alan Hunt are your top 5 with more drivers putting lap times down as we go. We'll see who is able to put their car on the pole and lead the field to green, I should say. Everybody in this field has a chance to win it if they're in it. Looks like we have 32 drivers entered in tonight's race, I believe. It's 32 racers getting ready to go compete here at Talladega Super Speedway. Excited to have you back. I had an off week last week. Had a nice off week myself, I'd say. I got to go watch my nephew play in his district tournament basketball games last week. He won Monday night, lost Tuesday night, ended his season. But hey, great season nonetheless. Made it to the district championship, which is pretty cool. So I'm glad I get to have those kind of chances and opportunities to do that. I'll also do these broadcasts for you here on BRN. We got 30 seconds left here in qualifying, and just some kind of highlight points I want to talk about before we get ready to go racing and get ready to go green. Everyone talking about this package. Hard to generate runs. It's been really hard for some drivers to get a run going, to get where they need to be, to try to get to the front. So that's going to be a note of contention, I would say, is the fact that it's going to be very, very much track position dependent in this race tonight. It's not going to be about making your way through the draft as much as it is finding the right spot to be in at the right time. So that'll be a situation to monitor as this race goes on, as well as just a matter of new physics on the car as we get ready to race Talladega, of all places. Having new physics and everything is definitely going to be a trial and tribulation for these drivers. So a little bit of trial by fire tonight as we get ready to go racing here. Qualifying is over. We got 100 laps of action getting ready for you here tonight. We'll take a look at our starting lineup for tonight's race, the Geico 266 here at Talladega, as we take a look at our starting lineup here presented by MardonPC.com. Starting on the pole position, it is Madeline Roten in the 58 machine with Justin Rott to her outside. You got Bryson Bird and Enrique Cucolon together in row number 2. It's Owen Chybinski and the 90 of Michael Sturgill together in row 3. Alan Hunt and Donald Stern together in row number 4. And rounding out the top 10, it's Christian Delgado in the 03 and Nick Bingham in the 93. 11th place goes to Jeffrey Armistead, a winner at Daytona. Michael Kruger still searching for his first win in the Slide Job Racing League. He starts back in 12th. Gavin Austin and Travis Van Oostenrup together in row 7. Then it's the 40 of Diego Acuna and the 06 of Brett Bennett together in row 8. Row 9, it's Nick Wheeler and Zach Probst. Then it's Colton Sorrell and Tyler Watermelon rounding out the top 20. 21st goes to Coleman Elmore with Matt Steiner on his outside. Dane Cruz to Cruise Missile, starting with Yusuf Ghali together in row number 12. Two guys I would heavily put money on to be in the front by the end of this race. You got Ben Baffert, Dylan Parker as well back here in row 13. William Martin is next to Jake Gumier in the 87 car. Then it's Tanner Bykowski and Shane O'Neill around the top 30. 31st is Robert Lukens. 32nd, Anthony Marshall to round out your field of 32 cars ready to go racing here at Talladega Super Speedway. We got a big field ready to go racing. The pace car starting to roll. We'll fade the music out of here and we'll get ready to go racing. Keys to this race, of course, Talladega Superspeedway, 100 laps of racing. You're going to have about 2, maybe 3 pit stops in this race. I'd say 2 stops is going to be the goal for these drivers. You'll pit about every 40-ish laps, close to. If not, it might be 3 full pit stops you'll make in this race, and that's what will get you to the end on fuel and get you to the checkered flag here tonight. And, of course, track position being key if the draft is like this. And also, on top of that, the intensity level will pick up at the end. It'll be a battle for the lead, but you don't want to get caught up in the big one. It takes one mistake from somebody that's not you to take you out of contention for this race, to put you out behind the wall, scratching your head and thinking, where did I go wrong? But right now, it's the start of the race. It's the beginning of the race. Lap number 1 coming up when we go green, and 32 drivers, all with one common goal in mind: win Talladega. It's a track that everybody circles. Everybody, and I mean everybody, knows they have a shot to win this race. It just takes the one little thing: putting your car in the right place. Having that accident happen ahead of you to wipe everybody out in the last lap, like we've seen before here at Talladega Superspeedway, or at Daytona even, where it just takes one slight incident to put you in front, in the lead, for the win. As the field rounds their way out of turn number 4, the pace car will then eventually take that dive down pit lane, leaving the field in the hands of the flag man. It's the largest oval on the schedule. It's the fastest oval on the schedule. And it's the most chaotic one yet. The field making their way through the tri-oval. They'll head towards the line. This time, of course, if you're new to Talladega for some reason, first time ever tuning in, start-finish line is further past the tri-oval, unconventional to regular racetracks. Green flag is out. We are green at Talladega. Lap number 1 across stripe that time. Justin Roth just barely leads the lap, but Michael Sturgill storming by on the outside lane. Big push coming from Donald Stern in the 29. Caution, though, flies immediately in the background. That's Diego Acuna, Tyler Watermelon, I reckon. Tyler Watermelon is junked here in turn 1. He'll tow it, and with him towing, we'll take a look at the BRN replay and show you what happened. Looks like it happens with Diego Acuna on the inside lane to start. As he's coming around the corner right here, you'll see a checkup on the inside lane. He'll get run over by Nick Wheeler, and then back up the track into Tyler Watermelon and Matt Steiner, both with nowhere to go. And then Shane O'Neill gets tagged as well. That's going to end Tyler Watermelon's night. We'll take a ride on board with him to see what he sees. It's nothing, you're good, and then all of a sudden, just like that, race is essentially over. On lap number 1. Watermelon, a former winner here at Talladega, was looking forward to this race. Every season he runs a race, he's looking forward to this track because he knows he can win here. He's won before, and he's been in position to win him again, but ultimately tonight, comes up empty-handed. He'll be wrecked out of this race, and he'll have to take it to the pits, and what started off very quickly ended. 69 car out of it on lap number 2. So as Watermelon sits on pit lane, his engine blew up when he hit that wall It's going to be his night already here on lap number 2. So as we're pacing, a lot of drivers opting to come down pit road. Fuel only stops for a lot of them. Just go ahead, top off on fuel. And I want to just quickly, we're going to go back. Yusuf Ghali has asked for a replay of his point of view of that accident. So we are going to oblige, just because I want to see what Yusuf Ghali saw in this onboard camera. We're going to go here, and we're going to ride on board with Yusuf Ghali in the 54 machine. Watching the inside lane to stack up there. Acuna to the inside and back up the track. Yeah. Oh yeah. He had a needle that had threaded right there. Great evasive action by the number 54 of Yusuf Ghali. So he got through there. He made it just okay. So he continues to march on here at Talladega. So we're double file, ready to go back racing. Yusuf Ghali, I'm going to beat you with a stick. He wants to refresh the paints as the race is running, so we're going to hit refresh. You're going to see some white paint schemes. Hopefully get them all fixed before we go green. A lot of cars topping off on fuel under this caution. Might as well, come down pit lane one last time and get some extra fuel and just be ready to go for it. So we're going to hit refresh one more time. I hit refresh before the broadcast starts. I refresh paint schemes every broadcast to make sure they're right and the drivers still find a way to complain. So I'm going to focus on Yusuf Ghali's car and just make sure that it updates properly. And if it doesn't update properly, then it's Yusuf Ghali's fault and Yusuf Ghali's fault only. And he can't blame me. See, there you go. It's the Vans car still. There's a phrase that gets used in a time like that when you prove somebody wrong. Daniel Dye would probably say it, and then he'd probably make jokes about it about somebody else. Who knows? I'm just busting balls. That's all I'm here to do. Ironically, that's all your guy's here to do. Pace car is off. Sturgill leading the field to the restart zone. He'll match the gasket. It's back to racing. Green flag back in the air. Stacked up on the outside lane, but the inside lane is a rolling. Sturgill and Rott now linked up nose to tail and pushing ahead for first, second, and now third, with Chybinski following suit. And now it's Chybinski jumping to the outside lane, trying to make it work for a second there with the Jake Gumair car. Gumair driving the number 8 Sammy Smith machine. That's a terrifying sight to see. Sammy Smith car in this economy, but here he is in the number 87, but actually the number 8. You see Justin Rott jumping to the outside lane of Michael Sturgill, trying to take the race lead away from him. Rott now on the outside lane storms by in that number 76 machine, the PPG Paints car on a Chevy. Almost looks wrong, but just Rott makes it work. You see Chybinski on the inside, going to the race lead now. He's got help from Gumair on the inside lane. Outside lane, Rott's only got help by Donald Stern and I believe Nick Bingham. Oh, car on the apron there. That's Madeline Roten, our pole sitter. She'll jump back up to the inside lane and be fine. Rott now leading the outside lane. Top side now with the dominant lane, and we're starting to get a little more single file as you see this big gaggle of cars on the top side, only 4 on the inside lane. I think that's Colton Sorrell leading the inside. Oh, now Michael Sturgill jumping down to the inside lane. Going to see if he can help lead it now with the 75, actually 92, Colton Sorrell on that bottom lane. Also Ben Bafford in the 23 down there, Enrique Kukla on the 22, and Madeline Roten down on the bottom lane. But up front, side by side, attempt for the race lead. Nick Bingham trying on the bottom lane. The inside lane's not going to work together. They're going to end up being split for a second. Bingham will pull back down to the bottom lane. That's going to leave the 90 car stuck in the sucker hole and going back as the field all working by him. He'll slot back in behind the 32 of Nick Wheeler as they continue on here down the front stretch, heading back for turn number 1. Inside lane trying to get rolling, just can't quite get up there yet. The inside, Justin Rott leading the outside, Chybinski a little bobble there on the top lane, pushing that number 76 car out in front for the race lead, and he'll clear down in front of the 9 car, but Rott couldn't clear for Chybinski, so now they'll be side by side. Alan Hunt going to the top, I don't think intentionally, and that's going to shuffle him back, and now it's Rott and Chybinski side by side for the race lead. Three wide, now 4 wide for a second there. Chybinski ducks back to the inside line as we have Up here in the front now, up to third. Are you shocked to hear this name? It's Dane Cruz now, battling on the outside lane, pushing Yusuf Ghali to the race lead. Chybinski stuck in the middle. Everybody scattering to get up from behind that number 27. And the inside lane drops way back. Now cars jumping to the middle, jumping to the bottom lanes. I believe it's Travis Van Oostendorp in the 10 dropping to the inside lane. Now back up top in front of Michael Sturgill in the 90 in 5th place. Justin Rod jumping up top as well. Everybody kind of shuffling about. But there's one thing for certain right now. Yusuf Ghali is in the race lead with Dane Cruz in 2nd behind him, as well as Christian Delgado in 3rd. Jake DeMayer on the outside lane, the 87, 8 car, whatever number you want to call them. All these drivers showing up tonight having the wrong numbers and the wrong paint schemes is really, really annoying. Watching this field as they make their way around. The 54 Yusuf Ghali is your current race leader with Dane Cruz in 2nd. Christian Delgado is in 3rd. Got Jake Mayer and Michael Sturgill going to be side by side for 4th place as they keep battling deep throughout this field. Something I had neglected to mention, I completely forgot about it too. It's been 2 weeks since we raced, and giving some slack on that. So the number 75 car on track right now, that's Colton Sorrell. He shows up as the 92 because he is currently racing in the place of Jace LaForte. Jace LaForte was suspended after the Darlington incident with himself and Diego Acuna. So the 75/92 is filling in for him tonight. Just running forward, I believe Jace is here with a spotting for the 92 car. 75 car, it's confusing. It's really crazy how to keep talking like that, but he's trying to at least spot somebody in the victory, see if he can't get the number 92 attached to a victory. But right now, running in that top 10, doing a good job so far, keeping that 92 machine at least up in the front of this pack. But see if Jace can spot him through some of the incidents that may pop up later in this race and get him to victory lane. Up front, Yusuf Ghali continuing to lead this pack with Dane Cruz in tow, as well as Christian Delgado. Dane Cruz running a silver bullet paint scheme. One machine looking sleek in the silver. The Cruz missile turning into the Cruz bullet. Seeing if he can't find a way to take victory once again here at Talladega. You see them passing Diego Acuna, the lap car, going 1 lap down. Tyler Watermelon out of this race after the incident on lap number 2. Leaves us 30 cars running on the lead lap. We got a couple cars that have lost the draft right now. Tanner Bykowski and Alan Hunt are together with each other in 26th and 27th place. And then further behind them, it's Robert Lukens, William Martin, and Anthony Marshall all lined up nose to tail. The 3 of them are further back from this pack. It's kind of not really side by side, but also not really split apart. I think with another driver that's starting to drop off this draft. We started looking at the bikes. That's Diego Acuna getting lapped. That's my bad. Sound like a car wreck in the back. Somebody's hit the or somebody. Oh no! Did Brent Bennett just blow up? I think he just blew up. I think it got too hot and it blew up. Right on board. Oh, it blew up! The 06 of Brett Bennett tonight goes up in smoke as it blows up, running in the pack. He's not going to collect that elusive win tonight. So is the field making their way around the track right now? Yusuf Ghali continues to lead the charge. Up to the sky. In the battle blimp. You see how this field's going. We'll zoom out a little bit and show you how this field's rolling. Big pack cars right here all the way back to Bryson Bird. I think it's about 18th place. On the money. I love how I called that number out perfectly. I didn't even look at the scoring pylon. Top 3 cars ahead of the field right now. Outside lane trying to get a run going, trying to get some momentum going, but just can't quite get it. That's led, I believe, Ben Baffert in the 23. And now a third lane forming up on the top side. Is it any shock if I said Dylan Parker trying to make a third line work? He's working the top side of the former Talladega winner as well, looking to see if he can find his way back to victory lane here tonight. So we see this outside lane just really not able to get the run going, and it's kind of looking like we're going to be single file, and we are going to be rocking and rolling with just that kind of single file style racing. Not really able to get the runs. So what these drivers are talking about, really couldn't build the runs as good as you could before. That's what we're kind of seeing right now with the outside lane kind of just stalling out. See, they're trying to make it work. They're up to Dane Bruce now in the outside lane, but bobbling here on the outside is Ben Baffert. And Ghali pulls up in front of the top lane to block it. And they'll go back down to the inside line, and they'll get all hooked up. 1, 2, 3 on the inside line. See now Ghali defending both lanes. As he's starting to see the outside lane now, it's really starting to get some rolling here as the last one out. Ooh, Ghali watching on the track. That's going to stack it up a little bit. Gumayer, a little bobble there as they make their way down the front stretch through the tri-oval. Now going to go to the outside. Ghali has to duck down to the bottom in front of Ben Baffert. Quickly things get dicey here. Gumayer now leads. Van Oostendorp is leading the outside lane now as Gumayer drops to the inside line. Making their way down the back straightaway, 2 by 2, deep in this field. It's kind of fluctuating back and forth. Oh, Gumayer! Sideways! Can he save it? Yes, he can! They're wrecking in the back behind! Caution's out! Kukulon, Probster around. Bryson Bird slides down into it as well. It's a circumference collision as the 22, 62, 53 all involved in this one. And we are under caution for the second time tonight here on lap number 23. First things first, what a save by Jake Gumayer in the number 8 car. Watching this one here as they head down the backstretch. He should be wrecked right here, coming back up the track, but he hangs on to it and saves it. And is somehow able to keep it straight. Now, back in the background, it looks like Zach Probst gets turned in the checkup. And that just sends a couple cars around. So we're going to watch this 62 car and see what happens here. I think it starts with Zach Probst. Just part of the stack up. Chybinski gets a piece of it, Bryson Bird, and Jeffrey Armisen. Man, all these drivers and Circumference Motorsports involved in this accident. It's part of the stack up. See the 75 get knocked back. Wow. Check out with Delgado and the 75 car. Colton Sorrell, and then they just all pile in afterwards. So we'll expect pit stops here this time from the field. Most, if not everybody, should come to pit road, top off on fuel. Of course, everybody will come down pit lane and take a pit stop. Be shocked if anybody stayed out. See the race off pit road here. It looks like it's going to be Delgado winning the race off for Travis Van Oostendorp. Colton Sorrell, Madeline Roten, and Yusuf Ghali are your top 5 as they roll off the pit lane. Delgado now your race leader in the yellow 3 car. Should be getting to 1 degree this next time by. We're back double file, get ready to restart. So we're getting ready to restart. Lap number 27. When we go back green, it'll give us about, I think, 74 laps to go. And we take the green flag once again. Mixed up here on the top 5. Couple new faces up here. Christian Delgado is your leader. Travis Van Oostendorp second. Colton Sorrell is third. Madeline Roten fourth. Colton Elmore up here in the top 5 just about. Next to Jake Gumayer in the 87 8 car as we get ready to restart here. Pace car has tucked towards the safety of pit lane. The field in the hands of the 03 car as they head around coming to the Geico restart zone through the tri-oval, where we will take back the green flag and get back to racing here on lap number 27. Green flag is out. Back underway. Side by side, 4 cars deep here in the front. Then you see 3 wide in the background behind them battling for 9th place. Anthony Marshall, Owen Chybinski trying to work together to make moves towards the front as Van Oostendorp is clear for the lead with help from Madeline Roten. You got Coleman Elmore and Jeffrey Armistead on the outside lane as well. Car fading back. Anthony Marshall up in the outside lane against the wall. He's going to start fading back here. No drafting help. At 34, we'll just plummet. Back up front, Van Oostendorp drops to the bottom lane ahead of Delgado. Madeline Roten controls the outside lane with help from Coleman Elmore. They make their way through 1 and 2. Madeline Roten edges ahead. Coleman Elmore in second, starting to pull up as well. It's Roten leading the outside lane. Van Oostendorp leads the inside. Roten now controls this field. Outside lane now, top 3 about clear as Jeffrey Armistead in third. Even maybe a little bit ahead of that 10 of Travis Van Oostendorp over the inside lane. Now he will clear. 93, Nick Bingham to the inside lane, trying to lead a charge to the front. From Jake Mayer in the number 8 in the background. He's in the outside lane, starting to form up. Ben Baffert trying to lead a charge with Dylan Parker, Dane Cruz, Bryson Berg, Ricky Moore now pulling up in front. Zach Probst now. Thinking about it, he tucks back in line. Will he jump back to the outside lane? Fun fact about Zach Probst, he was the first ever winner of a Talladega race here in the Slide Jump Racing League all the way back in Season 3. He's looking for his second win at Talladega, what would be his second career win. As the field is navigating this massive 2.66 mile super speedway, Madeline Roten controls this field with Coleman Elmore in the number 19 right behind her. Jeffrey Armistead is in third, a winner at Daytona. Not a winner here at Talladega. Would love to win here at this super speedway. We got cars dropping back. I think Enrique Cool might have caught the wall. He's dropping back. We'll gather it up. We'll have to just find a way to get back to the front. Is now a battle coming to the outside lane for the race lead. Jake Mayer in the number 8 car, with help from the number 9 of Donald Stern. Roten now trying to defend both lanes. She'll go to the middle lane. Here comes Elmore on the inside with a push from Armistead. Does she try to control both lanes? Here comes Gumayer on the outside now with help from Stern to the race lead. Probst now pushing the 8 car as Stern up top by himself with just William Martin now on the outside lane. Side by side for the top spot. Zach Probst with help from Justin Rod. Ben Baffert now trying the top lane. Three wide we go. Gumayer trying to control all the lanes he can. See there, Probst on the inside lane, surges ahead. Can he hang on to it? Can he control this field? 3 wide down the back we go. Ben Baffert working the top side, trying to get the 23 car out in front. A little dicey here as Gumayer clears all 3 lanes. We'll see what he decides to do. See the split. Van Oostendorp sending it on the inside, plowing by for the race lead. Rob on the top side. Here comes Stern on the inside lane. Aggressive move by Van Oostendorp, and look at how well it paid off. Well out in front for the race lead. See how quickly the inside lane just springs ahead. Top 5 cars clear as Jake Mayer leading the middle lane. Justin Rott leading the outside lane a little bit further back. Oh, and now Stern jumping to the outside, trying to go for the race lead. control of the field now. Coming around to lap number 37. Zach Probst pushing that number 10 car out in front. Now Nick Bingham jumping to the outside lane to lead the top lane. Diego Acuna going a lap down. Pardon me for that. Travis Dusseldorf is in the lead. It's Nick Bingham on the outside challenging for the top spot. Here comes the 93 car to the race lead. Nick Bingham controls his field. He'll pull to the bottom lane. Donald Stern will quickly go in, as is Bryson Berg, threading the needle. Dane Cruz as well to the bottom. Stern, Bingham, Cruz, Bird. Top four that moved to the inside lane. Dumayer jumping to the outside lane, trying to make it work with the 27 Owen Chabinski, the 5 William Martin, the 03 Christian Delgado, Justin Rott, the 76 Robert Lukens in the 33. A couple of those guys lost the draft early on in this race. Got it back with the assistance of the caution. And now here comes Stern trying for the race lead again. See Rott jumping back to the outside lane all by his lonesome, though. Not going to be able to make a move like that work without a little bit of help. Bingham leads this field. See there, outside lane led by Donald Stern. Bingham takes control. Bryson Bird and second. Van Dusseldorf trying to make it work on the top side once again. Is now Van Dusseldorf on the top side. Here comes the 10 machine. Side by side, Van Dusseldorf pulling clear. See pit stops happening though. Cars peeling off, going to pit road. Zach Probst leads the charge. Got to get on the brakes and slow it down. Have to see if they got wound up enough, but pitting on lap number 41 now. Van Dusseldorf leads this pack that stays out. Expecting maybe the second group to come to pit road this time by. Maybe not this time, maybe next time. That second pack of cars off pit lane led by Zach Probst. Look at Dylan Parker and Yusuf Ghali making severe headway. Nick Wheeler ahead of them. Got to pull out of the way and let them go by and then try to catch their draft. It's for position. Wheeler lost the draft. Looking to see if he can get back into somebody's draft and try to catch back up to the field and get some more positions. Or at least put himself in a position late in this running to win it. As we got pit stops coming now. Oh, sliding is William Martin. Rot's in the grass. Rot's spinning on pit road. Spinning in the grass. Got to get it back going in the right direction. He'll get it back going, but that's likely going to be the end of his race. 2 cars staying out. And the rest of the field led now by Dylan Parker, likely to come around and pass those drivers and take over the top spots in this race. Passing the 6 of Gavin Austin, watching them coming off of pit road now. Van Dusseldorp cross start finish line, but you're going to see quickly how this pack is just going to blow right by. Led by Dylan Parker. See, Dylan Parker is in control of this race on lap number 44. Chavinsky, Delgado, and Alan Hunt on pit lane. They'll get past. Give the race lead to the driver, the number 3. You can see this front pack of cars, top 11 I'd say, have put some distance on themselves between the next group. Nick Wheeler is the lead car, but here comes Travis Van Dusseldorp trying to find a run on the outside, I believe. And they're going to take a pass on that 32 car. Really, we just gotten down to the worst part of Super Speedway racing, I'd say. It's when everything gets spaced out and everybody's kind of just riding their own, biding their time here in the middle of this race. It's a good time as ever. I mean, you got time to kind of just chill out, regroup, recuperate. You're not pressuring yourself to push hard. You know, it's just a matter of getting to the end of the race. And that's what their focus is right now. And the goal is just, be there at the end of this race. And that's what this front pack right now, they're in the best spot, I would say, of anybody. All the way back to Coleman Elmore at the back of this pack. Well, I believe got lapped. Indeed, he did. He had a penalty on pit road, so he is a lap down. First car a lap down. Other car lap down, of course, Justin Rotten, who spun onto pit lane. He is way back of this pack. But Elmore is in a position to get a free pass if a caution comes out. But the way they're going right now, single file, just riding around, not really pushing too hard yet. They're going to have at least one more pit stop to make before the end of this race, so we will see them on pit road one more time at the bare minimum. Of course, that last stop going to be the important stop. Got to make sure that you do things perfectly. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to cost yourself. Just kind of riding around, see the second pack cars lined up in those tail file. We got another big sect of a couple cars kind of splintered out throughout this field. Two cars off the lead lap. It's Justin Rott, Coleman Elmore both a lap down. Coleman Elmore in the lead draft. Justin Rott, I think, is faded back to somebody else's draft. Single file, nose to tail. Just kind of doing what you got to do in this race. Car blinking out. It's Ben Bafford. That's a fourth in the lane there for the lead pack. Coming up on the lap car as well. It is Alan Hunt in the 72 that'll put him a lap down with Coleman Elmore running where he is. He keeps that lead draft. He'll be battling with that 72 for the lucky dog. And he, I think, has just lost the lead draft. Field catching Alan Hunt, the number 72 car. They're going to lap him. He's going to be on the high side. So far, only two cars are out of this race. Tyler Watermelon wrecked down on lap number 2. Brett Bennett blew up earlier in this race as well. You got Diego Acuna, who's 10 laps down. He's back on pit road, though, so I would expect him to likely call it a race. I bet everybody else is only at the most one lap down at the halfway point of this one. 51 laps in the book. We still got another 49 to go. And a shocker to me that I see that's also close to being lapped. Dane Cruz is currently running 26. He is not in the draft of anybody. The one machine is susceptible to going a lap down here. Not really something I was expecting to see tonight. Is that one car at risk of going a lap down, but Baffert continues to blink in this pack. Cars dropping back. Enrique Cuco on Gavin Austin. I think might have just shuffled to the back of this line. Shuffle some spots around with these drivers. as it's still Dylan Parker leading the charge. A lot going on here. A lot going on here at Talladega. I'll tell you that. Field got spread out, which is nice. See Yusuf Ghali going to the race lead. By design, I would say. Get the 3-car out of the lead. Put the 54 in front. Let the 54 burn up a little more fuel, and the 3-car can save. I mean, really, I'd like to say there's something going on. I'd like to be able to point and shout, yell, and scream, but there's nothing to talk about right now. Let's just talk about something. Oh, let's see. Michael Sturgill having a really good run right now in the 90 car, running in 3rd place in the number 90 machine. He started out here, I think, up near the front. I want to say he was up near the front at the start of this race, and he is staying put here. Started 6th. He's still in 3rd. Having a good, solid run so far. Good chance to win this race in the number 90 car if he can get there at the end. Having a good run right now in 3rd place. You got Ben Baffert behind him in 4th. He broke a dry spell to win a race for the first time this season after a long drought for that driver. Number 23, he won a couple weeks ago at Kansas for the first time. His 3rd career win, his first since all the way back in, I think, season 12. As Gavin Austin peels off the pit, he's on a different strategy than the leaders, so he'll have to pit earlier. That's what he does. So Ben Baffert running in 4th right now, having a good go at it. Bryson Bird still hunting his first career win here in the Slide Job Racing League, running in 5th. He was competitive at Daytona. He was competitive at Richmond. Had a chance there at the end, but just ultimately came up short. He's looking to see if he can take home a victory. You got Zach Probst and Jeffrey Armstead both on some dry spells of their own. Probst since all the way back in Season 3. Jeffrey Armstead since back in the opener of Season 11. Both Super Speedway wins. Zach Probst, Talladega, Jeffrey Armstead, Daytona. They're looking to see if they can snap those skids. Madeline Roten looking for her first career win in just about her 4th career start, I believe. And there's Michael Kruger. We talk about him all the time. He's a winner everywhere, except for Slide Job. Tuesday nights have evaded him, and he has not been able to find victory lane. He's looking to change that tonight, but he's got a long way to go to do that. Running a 9th in the lead pack is a good call. And Ricky Kugelon as well, looking for his first career win here. Yeah, his first career win in the Slide Job Racing League as well. But you got the 2 leaders, Yusuf Ghali. He's already won twice this season. Winning the season over at Daytona, looking to close this out and win 2 of the Super Speedway races. I believe Atlanta is going to be the new Atlanta, so we'll have at least one more Super Speedway race. But he'd like to go ahead and win 2 of them. He'd like to go ahead and try to put them all in his back pocket if he can. Currently scored as your race leader. Looking for win number 3 on the season. Then you got Dylan Parker as well in the number 3 machine. Been a bit since he found victory lane. He didn't win last season in season 15. His last win came in race number 14, I think, of season 14. Fitting there. He won at Richmond, the second last race of season 14. He went winless last season. He comes in tonight looking to break that skid and pick up another victory. The 3-core, of course, the winningest driver all time in the Slide Job Racing League. 35 wins to his name. He's looking for 36 tonight. Second pack of cars led by Travis Van Oostendorp. It's got Jake Gumayer, Nick Bingham, Robert Lukens, Owen Chybinski, Matt Steiner, and then there's Coleman Elmore, the 19 a lap down. There's not a lot of cars in this pack, but they still not out of it, I would say. They still got a realistic shot of winning. So we'll see how it all plays out for this second pack of cars, but the field really breaking up for the most part. And that's just allowing this top 10 pack to run away with it right now, with just 40 laps to go now. We're getting close to being in the window to where you can make it on that one last stop, which will mean that they will come to pit road at some point here soon. Lapping Diego Acuna now. Once again. Pretty much, we're at a countdown point, I'd say. This is where having no commentator with me really sucks. I will not lie to you. Because this is when I could just kind of bounce back and forth with somebody about stuff. There's really nothing to bounce back and forth on with myself. Just kind of watching this race play out and seeing how things go. So you know what, we're gonna check out college basketball scores. So Howard beat UMBC. UMBC had a rapid comeback. They were on 12 points with 2 minutes to go. They came down to within 3 and just about had it tied on a buzzer beater, but they missed it. And Howard will advance to go on to play Michigan in the first round, or technically the second round of the NCAA tournament. You got some NIT tournament games going right now, I believe, as well. Just looking right now, Texas and NC State is getting near the end of the first half. Texas is up 30-23 on the NC State Wolfpack. We're going to check out the NIT tournament, how it scores within there. It looks like Oklahoma State's going to try to fend off Davidson. It's a 3-point game there. Stephen F. Austin playing Tulsa. You got St. Thomas, Minnesota playing in Seattle. And the big one, of course, Auburn playing South Alabama. Auburn going from a #1 overall seed in the tournament last year to missing it. She's splitting lap cars there, having to navigate the 92 and the 6. And, of course, these two trying to make this draft split up so they can catch the draft as lap down cars. Bryson Berg going to shove it through. He doesn't want to be stuck behind the 6. But right now, he's stuck on the outside lane. He's going to shuffle to the back of this pack. Actually, he'll get let in by his teammate, Zach Probst. The 62 lets the 53 back in line. The top 10 cars still pumped together in this pack. Discombobulation in the second pack. They're all over the place trying to sort things out. And that's going to slow them down some more and hurt their chances of catching the lead pack. As this is all happening here, single file, everybody rolling around, taking it easy. Checking in on the NIT, Oklahoma State. Davidson's a 4-point lead for Oklahoma State. Just 16 seconds to go. Davidson trying to get down and score here. They get a layup in. 8.3 seconds, 2-point lead for the Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State gets fouled. 7.5 seconds, a 2-point lead for the Cowboys. Yeah, that's right. We're calling a race broadcast, and we're calling a basketball game. What are you gonna do about it? I can do what I want. This is my channel. Top 10 lined up 8.2 seconds ahead of the next pack of cars, which is 11th place down to 16th place. That being Travis Dusendorf back to Owen Chybinski. Shane O'Neill further back with Donald Stern and Tanner Bykowski in tow with him. Then it got back to Anthony Marshall and Christian Delgado. And then Dane Cruz by himself is leading the lead lap cars now. A good call by the teammates. Cruz Auto Racing going to push the one car. For one, it lets them stay on the lead lap. But for two, it lets them save some extra fuel pushing the one car. They're going to lap Justin in the number 76 machine, putting him a second lap down. He's going to try to catch the draft of this pack to at least stay within 2 laps. Watching back the Oklahoma State Davidson game. Oklahoma State makes both their free throws back to a 4-point lead with just 7.5 seconds to go. Davidson needs a miracle to win this one. They're going to launch it down court. They catch it, pop it. Shot is up. 3-ball doesn't go. Rebound goes back out to Davidson with 1.3 seconds to go. They'll chuck it up. It's not good. And Oklahoma State survives the first round of the NIT tournament. 84-80 over Davidson, the final there. Stephen M. Austin up 48-37 over Tulsa with 17:20 to go in the second half there. The rest of the game is really kind of getting underway in the NIT tournament. I think that's the only really tournament going on. The CIT has nothing. The CBI, of course, was canceled this year, so will not be playing this season. Of course, the first 4 games tonight, Texas playing NC State. Coming up at the end of the first half, 30-23 is the score right now, 2 minutes to go in the first half of that one. Of course, the best time of year is March Madness. I love it so much, and thankfully no broadcast Thursday or Friday. I'm able to just sit and just indulge in all the round of 64 games. The best days of the year is when college basketball tips off at noon, and there are just games aplenty throughout the day. It's going to be hard to work with all these games playing. So Bryson Bird peeling off the pit road. The final pit stops coming up for some of these teams as they make their way onto pit lane. Zach Probst trying to charge in. Oh, that's the 92! Sliding in the grass. Colton Sorrell goes a little bit off-roading as Bryson Bird, Zach Probst, among other cars, coming to pit road now. Yusuf Ghali, Dylan Parker, Michael Sturgill, Ben Bafford stay out. We'll see when they decide to come to pit lane. Expect him to come the next lap or two. As the field continues to make their way off of pit lane, there you see more drivers come off their pit stops. Yusuf Ghali shuffles back to the back of this line as Dylan Parker leads this group. And technically, Dane Cruz leads this group, but just checking to see if any pit stop penalties. I think everybody makes it off okay off pit lane for their final stops that made it. Bryson Bird is the first off pit lane of that group with Zach Probst, Jeffrey Armistead, Michael Kruger, and Enrique Cucalon. All pretty good, close together. Madeline Roten lost some time to those drivers. She's with Anthony Marshall, Kristen Delgado, Nick Bingham, and Jake Mayer. But those guys, a lot of them splitting off. There you see the race leaders coming to pit road as well. Yusuf Ghali having to get all on the brakes to make it, as do Dylan Parker, as does Ben Bafford and Michael Sturgill. As they peel off the pit lane, Shane O'Neill right now will be scores race leader with Donald Stern, Tanner Bykowski behind him. And then trailing by about 10 seconds are Bird and Probst. Armstead a little bit further back. I think he's trying to drag back to catch Enrique and Mikey to pull them all up together. Shane O'Neill, Donald Stern coming to pit lane, as is Tanner Bykowski. That's going to cycle the race lead for now, it looks like. Back to Bryson Bird, perhaps. Dylan Parker is leading the field off pit road. They're going to let Dane Cruz get ahead of them. Let him be the driver that leads this field, which is not a bad call. It's all about how things shake out. Bryson Bird coming to the tri-oval. Dylan Parker getting up to speed through turns 1 and 2 on the apron. Dylan Parker is not going to get up to speed and come out of pit lane ahead of the 53. They're going to try to impede their progress, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think. Enrique Cucalon trailing back of this pack, but he is still reeling in with his teammates as Bryson Bird storming on the outside lane to the race lead with Zach Probst and Jeffrey Armistead, Michael Kruger in tow. Cucalon diving in behind the Cruz Auto Racing cars. They're not all clear yet. Kruger not fully. Oh, there's Dylan Parker in the grass. He's going to slide. He's going to hop. He's going to keep it straight, but he is going to lose this pack. Yusuf Ghali had to check up as well. Quick look back. Just contact between Ben Bafford and Michael Sturgill. Shoves the 3 car. Somehow gets into the grass. He gets into the grass. Somehow saves it. Quick work by the 3 to keep it together. But that really shakes up the top 4 now, as they're able to split ahead of this pack. Sturgill and Bafford a little disconnected. They're going to have to work to get back hooked up, as well with Yusuf Ghali and Enrique Cucalon on the top 4 cars now out in front. Coming around 26 laps to go next time by. It's still a long way from over. Those guys can catch back up, but I think it's going to be down between the drivers in the top 8 of this race. Barring any cautions, the top 8 are going to be the ones that are going to be in contention for this win. And how about this group of 4 that lead this field right now? Bryson Bird, Michael Kruger, both looking for their first career wins. And then you got Zach Probst looking to break his spell all the way back to Season 3, the last time he won a race here, and it was at Talladega. He's looking to bring that full circle and join the list of drivers that have broken their winless streaks. And then you got Jeffrey Armistead, a winner at Daytona back in Season 11 for his only career win. He's come close a couple of times, but tonight be the night. He gets number 2. Or do we see that second pack catch up with Michael Sturgill in this group, trying to get his first career win? Ben Bafford looking for win number 2 on the season. Ghali looking for his 3rd. And Enrique Cucalon looking for his first career win. It all gets settled in 25 laps. That second group of those 4 cars, they are going to catch the race leaders. So this will be about an 8-horse race. Dylan Parker and Madeline Roten are about 10 seconds back, with Christian Delgado, Gavin Austin, Jake Mayer, and Nick Bingham. But Delgado and Austin are going to have to pit before this race is over, so they'll lose some cars in this draft. they're going to have a lot of work cut out for them to try and get to the race lead, or at least to catch the lead pack. If they start going double file, start racing each other, that's their shot, but it's going to come down to these last 23 laps, and it's a battle between two teams. Circumference Ultimate Motorsports leads the way 1 through 4. They've also got 8th place in their pocket compared to the Cruise Auto Racing cars in 5th and 6th and 7th. Ben Baffert and Yusuf Ghali, as well as Michael Sturgill right there in the mix. He's still got a shot to win this one. See Baffert trying to work the top side as Kruger gets shuffled behind. What is the 92? Actually the 75 technically. Of course that is Colton Sorrell. As Baffert trying to work the top side with help from Sturgill, with help from Dane, or led by Dane Cruz, pardon me. Sturgill, Baffert, Ghali, and Kukulon trying to roll up ahead of these cars and kick some spots up. Dane will pull some draft and he'll jump back up to the outside lane. Dane, despite being a lap down, is looking to just try to help his team win the race, even if he can't win it. Outside of Zach Probst, they're breaking the inside line up. Here comes the run with Michael Sturgill. Now Bird gonna block. He has to pull back down. He blocked a little too late. Here comes the run with Cruz being pushed by Sturgill and Baffert. Cruz Auto Racing now looks to take control of this one. Bryson Bird leads the inside line. Dane Cruz leading the top with help from Michael Sturgill, who is your race leader, as Dane Cruz is currently the last car on the lead lap now that he leads this line. Ben Baffert finds himself in second. Yusuf Ghali side by side with Bird for third. Got 4 on the bottom lane that are in contention to win this race. 4 in the top lane. They're in the sandwich of the lap cars. Dane Cruz, he's currently the last car on the lead lap. On the outside lane, leading the charge. On the outside lane in the back of it is Colton Sorrell in the 75. He is off the lead lap as well. He's in position to get the free pass. If a caution were to come out now, Dane Cruz would be back on the lead lap as well because he's ahead of the race leaders. He's going to pull down in front of the inside line. He's going to pull them forward. As he does, Sturgill now leads the top lane. And I think Cruz may be trying to play blocking for that outside lane. If he's trying to hold up the inside lane, that's going to help the 90 to 23. Bird's going to have to shove that one car for all he's got. Super Speedway racing is Dane Cruz's specialty. And I know for a fact if Dane's trying to drag this inside line back a little bit, he knew leading the outside lane wasn't working enough. Maybe try to slow up the inside line. I think he's doing a very good job. He's not wrecking the car. He's not slamming the brakes. He's just holding up enough. And now Sturgill's going to pull to the inside line ahead of Dane Cruz. It's Ben Baffert leading the outside lane. Yusuf Ghali, Michael Kruger as well on the top lane. And you're going to see these guys start to work to try to push themselves ahead of that one car. And I think they'll keep just dropping in one by one as they do so. Baffert working the top side, trying to get to the race lead now. And I assume once he clears, he'll pull down. And the same will be for Ghali, and Michael Kruger will end up being left out to dry because he is not a member of Cruise Auto Racing. He is a member of Circumference Ultimate Motorsports, so he'll end up getting hung up high and dry unless he can get down in between his teammates. As you see Baffert just about clear, and he'll pull down. And now expect to see Yusuf Ghali do the same thing when he gets clear for the race lead. Kruger on the back of the 54 with help from the 75 of Colton Sorrell. A hole's going to open for that 54 to get down. The 41's going to have to find time quick, though, to get back to the inside lane. Scully going to go for the race lead. And once he clears the 23, he'll pull down low, and that's where they'll control this race. And just a masterful job by this team, by this group of drivers, by Golly, by Baffert, by Sturgill, and by Cruz, to take control of this race and to hold the top spots now, coming around this time, making about 18 laps to go. And now Kruger's going to have to get some work going. You see Bryson Bird and Zach Probst jumping to the outside lane. Armistead and Kukulon staying low for now, but I expect them to pull them up with their teammates here in a second, as they're going to try to push this outside lane forward. Here comes Armistead to the outside lane. Kruger now going for the top spot. Bird going to send it to the inside of that 75 to get hooked up with the 41. And this is exactly what the cars from 9th on back need. They need side-by-side racing. They need them double file. They need them battling for everything they got, because that's their only chance they have at catching these leaders nose to tail while they're side-by-side. They can stay hooked up together and we get side-by-side racing for the rest of this run. We could very well see another group of cars enter this fray. We can go from just the top 8 to possibly the top 16, almost doubling this field, battling for the win. But it's going to take a lot of side-by-side racing. It's going to take a lot of fast lap times from that 58 machine, who last time by was definitely faster, a 50.7 compared to a 51.3 by Michael Kruger in the top lane. Kruger sliding a little bit there on the top side. Bryson Bird up on his back bumper as Yusuf Ghali leads the inside line with Ben Baffert pushing him. The 75 ducks to the inside line. It's 5v5 up in front. Ghali leading through the tri-oval, up off the corner. See, William Martin is going to get out of harm's way. That time by Ghali, led by just a fender with just 16 laps to go. Cruz Auto Racing is on the bottom. Circumference Ultimate Motorsports is up top. We'll see who benefits the most from this run down the backstretch. Last time by, it was a 51.2 for Yusuf Ghali. It was a 50.6 for Madeline Roten. And they're running out of time. They really need these guys to keep fighting side by side to get this gap closed, to try and get in contention for this win. But Roten is under 10 seconds now, and she is starting to put together some good laps. If that group can stay tucked together, they might have a shot with them side by side. But coming to the line this time, Yusuf Ghali leads. 15 laps to go, presented by 72diecast.com. For all your new and used diecast needs, reach out to Dale Garrett, 72diecast.com. Get your pre-orders in. Get your new arrivals that are coming in. A lot of new diecasts coming in here soon. There's some real good ones, so you want to make sure you check them out for those. And then, of course, his pre-owned selection on eBay. It's fantastic as always. I got another one I'm ready to add from that collection myself. So I am a buyer. I'm always a buyer in his stuff, and he can attest to that. So go check him out. 72diecast.com. Not a paid sponsor, by the way. I just love 72 Diecast. So coming around this time, the top 8 cars are right here in this pack, as well as a couple lap cars. Is Ghali going to block the outside lane? Kruger going to shoot the gap, and that's going to cost the 54 some track position. Not a lot, but a little bit. Dane Cruz going to jump up to the middle lane to push him as they're discombobulated here on the top lane. But they quickly gather it back up. Ghali going to slide to the back of this group on the inside line, as now Kruger continuing to lead with help from Bryson Bird. Zach Probst is right there, as is Jeffrey Armistead. And as they've been battling, 3/10 faster last time by Madeline Roten and that group of cars at second pack, they're trying to catch up. They're pushing with all they got. We're going to pull up the battle ticker and see if I got it right. Try that one more time. There we go. So that's your gap. 7 seconds to catch Yusuf Ghali. 7.5 seconds just about But the issue is the top 8 have gone nose to tail once again. Single file racing. That could be disaster for that second pack trying to catch, where they're going to end up letting this group settle it amongst themselves. Just see how far ahead they are on board with the 58 of Madeline Roten. See, she'll make her way through turns 3 and 4, and you don't even see them at the top of the screen through the corners. Almost 8 seconds ahead. There's that pack going through the tri-oval right now. A distant battle that could happen. Oh, Doug Parker's around! Caution is out! And take all of that talk about the top 8 being by themselves and throw it out the window. We'll take a look at the BRN replay. Let's see what happens here with Dylan Parker, the number 3 machine. I'll pull the Gavin Austin here. And Dylan Parker. Almost like a push gone bad, it feels like. It looks like what it is, but... Simple spin, caution flies, and now the field gets stacked back up, and we go from it being possibly an 8-horse race to being wide open again. So the field pacing coming around to 10 laps to go. We go from what was just an 8-car battle between Circumference Ultimate Motorsports and Cruise Auto Racing to now it's going to be wide open as you see cars pitting. Ben Bafford, Yusuf Ghali leading some drivers down pit lane, others electing to stay out here. Interesting calls. Restart with about 8 laps to go. So we are going to get overtime, possibly coming up here, I would say, with the way these races usually go. So we're doubled up. We're ready to go back racing. It's Bryson Bird, Michael Kruger, Zach Probst, Jeffrey Armstead, and then Michael Sturgill, the top 5 as we get ready to go back green. See how it shakes out, but Circumference Ultimate Motorsports has 5 cars right here in this top 6, as well as, actually, that's another car right there with Madeline Roten in the picture in 7th place. A lot of cars on that team together. You got Michael Sturgill, who's been working with the Cruise Auto Racing drivers, Ben Baffert and Yusuf Ghali together on the outside lane. Coming with 8 laps to go on this restart. A lot of drivers hungry for their first career wins, or maybe their first wins in years here in the Slide Job Race League. We'll see how it all shakes out. Michael Kruger blinking in and out. We'll see if he can stay stable for the next 8 laps. Coming through the tri-oval, heading for the restart zone. When we hit it here, 8 laps left at Talladega. Green flag back in the air, back underway. Kruger gets a good launch in the outside lane. Gets ahead of Bryson Bird. Armstead trying to get ahead and get clear as well. If they can do that, they'll pull down. Kruger not fully clear. Bird has got a gap back to Zach Probst. Might be trying to let Kukulon in. But Yusuf Ghali shoving the 22 for all he's got. Ghali jumping to the outside lane. Here comes a move with Travis Van Oostenarp to the top side. Ghali back to the inside. Burn a little bobble on the apron. Push for the 62. Keeps it straight. Kruger and Armstead clear first and second. Enrique trying to clear in third. He'll dart to the inside lane. Kukulon leads the bottom. Ghali pushing Armstead there. Baffert on the outside lane. Sturgill going to jump up ahead of Oostenarp on the top side. 4 wide in the background there. Somehow, some way, it's Dylan Barker trying to make it work. Oh, Ghali gets in the back of Armstead. Armstead with a bobble. He's getting sucked in a sucker hole now. Armstead fading back within the contact with Ghali. And now Michael Kruger leads. Ghali all over the back bumper of the 41. Gets him all out of sorts. Up the track he goes. Ghali out of the race lead. Here comes Gavin Austin with help from Bryson Bird. Everybody in this picture has a shot to win this race. Oh, Bird jumps to the bottom. Austin trying to block. Here comes Bryson, hunting for his first career win. He takes back the race lead, coming around to 5 laps to go. Jumps to the middle lane to block Gavin Austin. They're coming through the tri-oval now. 5 laps to go. 20 cars are in contention for this win. The top 20 all in this pack. Austin and Bird and Kruger now clear the inside lane. Oh, there goes Yusuf Ghali. More cars sliding in. Yusuf Ghali involved. He's going to tow. He's going to be done We'll take a look at the replay to see what happened. Looks like the wreck starts up in the top side. Owen Chybinski goes around. Off the front bumper is Zach Probst. Heavy hit for the 54 in the outside wall. Chybinski tried to clear. Probst was there. Back of the track, Donald Stern. Jake Kamare. Madeline Roten gets a piece there. Shane O'Neill in it. 93 and Nick Bingham goes around. Somehow, some way, Zach Probst was at the center of it. He'll walk away relatively unscathed. The other cars there you see getting swept up in that accident. So when we go back racing, looks like we're going to go back to a green, white, checkered. It's lap number 98 right now, coming to 2 to go, or coming to 1 to go this time. That would put us at that mark. So it'll be overtime when we go back green. Bryson Bird in control over Gavin Austin, Michael Kruger, Michael Sturgill, Ben Baffert are your top 5. Talking about that, hunt for the wins. Of the top 10 right now, 7 of them are looking for their first career win. Bryson Bird is your leader. Gavin Austin in second. Michael Kruger in third. Michael Sturgill in fourth. They're all looking for their first career wins. Zach Probst and Ben Baffert. Baffert looking for his fourth, his second this season. Zach is looking for his first since season 3. Kukalon and Roten looking for their first as well, as is Robert Lukens looking for his first career win. Jeffrey Armistead in 9th place right now, 10th place actually, is looking for his second. So as the field paces possibly one last time. They'll get the green flag here. And have a green-white checkered finish. You don't know what green-white checkered is? Why are you watching this race? You must be new to oval racing. Here's how it works. Green flag will be displayed. We'll restart this race with 2 laps to go. If we come around and take the white flag, it's over. The race is going to end then and there. We're racing to the checkered flag. If we get a caution before we take the white flag, we're going to have another restart where we'll try it again. But it's all about if they make it around to taking the white flag. I believe at Talladega where they need to get is right here at the entrance of the tri-oval, and that is where it'll be official. It's when the flagman goes to display the white flag, which I think is around this point right here on the racetrack. Not too sure how it works. We'll see how it plays out. We got 2 drivers looking for their first career wins on the front row. Bird and Austin making their way towards the restart zone. 2 laps of racing. It's overtime at Talladega. Green flag is in the air. Back underway. Good launch by Bird. Kruger didn't get a good one, though, on the inside lane with him. He's going to pull up in front of Austin, trying to block off the run, but here comes the 6 machine. Gavin Austin, with help from Michael Sturgill, with help from Zach Probst. Inside lane is dissipated quickly. Only 3 cars are on the bottom. Make it 4 maybe. As you see them making their way. Cars shuffling to the outside lane. Trying to get to the front like Dylan Parker and Travis Van Oostendorp. Gavin Austin pushing Bryson Bird clear. Zach Probst to the inside of Michael Sturgill. Coming around through 3 and 4. Can they get to the white flag? We're going to do it. Sturgill the outside lane. Can he get a run? Not sure if he'll have enough time. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go at Talladega. Bryson Bird in the control position. Gavin Austin in second. Michael Sturgill on the outside lane leading that line. As cars start to shuffle, start to make contact. Who makes the right move when? Zach Probst. He doesn't get turned. He saves it. Oh, Bird and Austin side by side now for the lead. Bird to the outside. Look at Michael Kruger diving to the bottom. Austin blocks him below the line. They're 3 lines for the top spot. Austin chasing on the outside. Sturgill going to give him a shot. Kruger gets help from Zach Probst. Bryson Bird on the outside by himself, fading back. There goes Ben Baffert. Kruger in control. Gavin Austin leads his field. A side draft coming from the 41. Bird going to jump to the outside. Contact with Austin. A drag race to the line. It's going to be Gavin Austin who gets his first career victory at Talladega. Gavin Austin going to burn it down on the front straightaway. celebrating his first career win here in the Slide Job Racing League. We're going to have to take a look back at that final lap. There's a battle there. Gavin Austin. And you see the move by Michael Kruger shooting to the inside. I don't think this league has a rule about blocking below the line. I don't believe they do. And if they do, we'll see what happens. But you see Baffert gets spun there on the apron. And the battle through the tri-oval. Kruger trying to side draft the 6. Bryson Bird gets a run to the top side. Makes contact with the 6. Keeps from wrecking him. And they all come across the line. A big conglomeration of cars. The checker flag will fly right here. And let me... see if I can get this a better shot of them coming across start-finish line here. We'll zoom her out. You see it right there. How close everybody is together. Madeline Roten sideways across the line. How close it was there for the win. A lot of spots decided by barely inches. Let's see if we can dial up our podium finishers tonight. All right, we'll talk first to our... First, I gotta make sure that they can be heard when they come in here. Talk to our third place finisher, Bryson Bird. Hey, Bryson Bird, it's Dawson out on the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, it was close there at the end. You had a shot at it, but just unfortunately, we're not able to get the run down the front stretch. You come home on the podium still, though. What was that race like for you behind the wheel of the 53 machine?
It was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. The update really kind of changed the plate racing for this car. It was much harder to build up runs, so kind of had to learn that like the first half of the race. But once I got that down, just executed green flag stops and put myself in position to win, but unfortunately came up a little short.
Absolutely, Bryson. Well, you keep having these runs, though, where you keep running up front, you keep having shots at the win. Does that feel good to at least have those kind of moments where you realize you're still able to get there, still able to battle for the wins and have a chance at it?
Yeah, it's a great feeling compared to last season. I couldn't hardly run in the top 10, so it's nice to at least be able to contend this season.
Alrighty, well, Bryson, it's a third place finish for you tonight. Teammate sponsors, shout outs. We got that 53 machine on the podium.
Uh, Shout out to Brett for giving us the fuel numbers the whole time, and shout out to Valvoline and you guys for putting on a show in the booth.
Alrighty, that's your third place finish tonight. Bryson Bird comes home on the podium here at Talladega. Congrats on the third place run, Bryson.
Thank you.
And now we'll kick it back down to our second place finisher, that being Michael Kruger. Hey, Mikey Kruger's us down. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Dawson.
Man, Mikey, a second place run once again here at Talladega. What more do you think you needed to get to the checkered flag first this time?
Maybe just a little more side drafts, maybe. I mean, I just I don't know. Fuck. I mean, but just how the lap shaped up. I mean, I had that run. Ben Baffert pushed me basically through the entire turn, and somehow that gave me a good enough run. I was trying to draft as hard as I could to get sucked up to Gavin and Bryson on the backstretch. I definitely thought about pushing Bryson, but then I had a chance at the win there, and I took the chance, and I mean, I definitely got defended below the L. I mean, back up, and then got a big push to the corner from Zach, and and just I mean, I got a big push, and all it came down to was the side trap games, and I lost it out in the battle. I felt like if I just maybe got a small push, maybe from Sergil, I don't know, maybe I could have had a chance there, but man, just sucks. Second sucks. It hurts to be so close. I've never won a points race in this dang league. It just hurts to come so close to one right there.
Absolutely. Well, it's a second place run, close again. It feels like it's a win, not an if, but still a second place run, a good run for you tonight. Teammate, sponsor, shoutouts. What got you to the podium tonight?
I just got to thank everybody. It's Circumference Ultimate Motorsports. I got to thank, I mean, Bryson. I got to thank Zach. I got to thank Brett, Jeffrey, uh, Matt, Shane, Madeline. Um, I think I said Bryson already, but Bryson. I mean, just really all the guys at Circumference Ultimate Motorsports and all those guys. Man, it just hurts that we're gonna try to get back after coming up short last season and just felt so close to getting it again tonight. I mean, these chances. I mean, for our team, it's so hard to come by for a win, but it just hurts when you come so close. But we're not done. We'll find a chance sometime this season to come back and try to have another chance to win one of these dang things. Hopefully, yeah, thanks to all our guys for working together and being right there at the end to have a chance at the win.
Well, alrighty, that's your runner-up finisher tonight. Still searching for that first career win. That is Michael Kruger. Congrats on the second place run, Mikey.
Thanks, Austin.
And we'll flip from the agony of defeat to the joy, the jubilation of scoring that first career win. That has eluded the 41 driver. Instead, it goes to Gavin Austin, who takes home the checkered flag and takes home the victory tonight. Gavin, congrats on the victory, man. Did you think you were going to have a shot at it there before those late cautions?
No, not at all. I don't know. I This is the first time I've been on the sim since Darlington. Um, and after Darlington, obviously, got the pole there. And then had that incident in lap 2 where I got wrecked, and then had a guy in the way back intentionally wreck me. So I wasn't very happy with after that result, and I dropped way down in points after that race, and getting points or anything. So to win it here definitely feels incredible, man. I don't even know what to say. But it's definitely, it's good for points, and it's great to finally get my first win in this league. I've done a few races in this league since 2022. Then and there, I never have ran full time except this season. So trying to run full time and see how we finish. But man, I can't thank my teammates enough. Christian Delgado, and also the 90 Michael, man, he helped me get this win. It wouldn't be I wouldn't be sitting in victory lane without Michael. He lined up behind me on that restart, and then kind of just worked together, and had a great finish with him. And yeah, super excited for the team.
Alrighty, it is a first career win for Gavin Austin here tonight. He takes home the checker flag at Talladega and picks up career win number 1 in the Slide Job Racing League. Congrats on the win, Gavin.
Yeah, thank you. Could I thank some sponsors?
Go for it.
Okay, perfect. Obviously, HVTV, they're on the car. Go subscribe to them on YouTube, High Velocity TV. We commentate some races in some other leagues as well. And shout out Christian Delgado. He's the proud owner of HVTV and a wonderful teammate. I love racing with him each week, and
it's awesome. I've been close friends with him for a few years now, so it's nice knowing him. And man, I honestly, yeah, thank HVTV, Delta Designs, CK Graphics, Flow Racing, and yeah, honestly, that's about it. Honestly, again, I'm kind of just speechless. That was some of the most fun super speedway racing I've ever had in a while. Those last few laps. Um, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. Looking forward to next week as well.
Well, alrighty, your race winner tonight, Gavin Austin, taking home his first career victory. Congrats on the win, Gavin.
Thank you.
Alrighty, that'll do it from us here at Talladega. Next week, we're heading to Sonoma for the first road course race of the season here in the Slide Job Race League. Next Monday night, we will be racing at Darlington. So we got 2 fun races coming up next week. 2 very different races, I'd say, coming up next week. So we hope to see you here. Both races at 9 p.m. Eastern here on BRN. I want to thank you to the drivers, as always, for showing up and showing out and putting on a show for us tonight. Because if it wasn't for them, what would I be talking about? What would I be doing here? I want to thank you, as always, to all the viewers who tune in to watch these broadcasts. And thank you to everybody who helps with the work on BRN, because if it wasn't for you guys, I'd be going up a freaking wall, going insane. Congratulations goes out to Gavin Austin, your winner here tonight from Talladega. Thank you for watching. This is Dawson Allen signing off, saying thank you, so long, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night, everybody.